What can I do for you today?
No, we were hiring out, and I and Eli, I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
There was something I wanted to contribute about. There was a guy that called the other day, and he was complaining about his girlfriend, and
Yes.
he was kind of wanted to get married. You didn't iron out that problem, so
Okay.
I don't know if that guy, we can really chip in his matter. At least we can really talk his matter, because that matter was very crucial, but time was running, and time was again.
Okay.
We can talk about the guy.
All right. Okay,
So,
Raymond. Okay, go ahead. Raymond, do you actually like you can okay, what let me open up the floor to you. It's up to you. Go ahead, Raymond. Go ahead.
Okay, so about that guy, about
Yeah.
the lady saying you never trust him, and his friend are kind of condemning him for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think if the guy is listening, the guy just have to deal with this issue, because that is relationship. It's just a matter of more or less you tell your girlfriend or your fiancé that this is what I do.
Yes.
Bro, remember that day he said the lady always checking his phone.
Yes.
In this 21st century, anything that make a lady suspecting his boyfriend and always take his phone, that means the guy is doing something. There must be something, because the guy is not that foolish. He's
Yes.
not an idiot.
Yes.
You just come around, take your phone, and start checking. I don't know if you understand.
I understand. Yes.
So let that guy deal with his problem. If you have boy, like the way you told me the other day, if I have his girlfriend or girlfriend, I just have to deal with it. That, hey, hello, I'm with my girlfriend, or I'm with my fiancé. Please don't call me again.
Yes.
That really go in a long way for relationship, and that will make a lady to feel all right. Yes, this guy is for me.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm making sense, but
No,
that's
you're making
my
perfect sense.
contribution, yeah.
You're making perfect sense, Raymond. Thank you so much, Raymond.
Please, I really want to hear from Ellen if she's online or if she's listening.
All right. I hope she's listening. Ellen, if you're out there, the line is open and Raymond is looking out for you. Raymond, thank you so much, my brother.
I'm still listening. I'll call you
All right.
back.
Thank you. Take care. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
A very good morning.
Good morning.
I have something bothering me about my relationship.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Divine from Apple.
Divine from Apple. How's Apple this morning, my sister?
I think it will be better, it will be good.
All right, now talk to me. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm a type of person I'm afraid of guys. I'm afraid like that they are not the same, they are not true. Even the guy I'm dating now, I don't trust him. That's why if I want to date any guy, I will date together. It's so far from me.
Yes. Hello, Divine. Hello. Looks like we lost that call. Divine, if you're out there, please call me back. But before I take the next call, Divine, if you are afraid of, if you have trust issues, if you cannot open up yourself and learn to trust, the question I'll have to ask you is, how can you not trust someone and then expect that person to trust you? Because it's sort of like an indication, like if you can't trust, you're in a relationship, you're so afraid that this person is going to hurt you, you're so afraid that this person is going to betray you. You can't really have that kind of peace and openness in a relationship. You can't even call it a relationship, because no matter what that person says or does to prove their love to you, you don't believe it, and that's a trust issue. You should learn to have that confidence. You see, a relationship also thrives on confidence. You have to trust, you have to let go. Just the same way you trust a baby. When you throw a baby up in the air, the baby trusts that that person or that parent or whoever has thrown them up is going to catch them. You have to let go. You have to learn to give trust. You have to open up yourself. If you want to fully enjoy that person, if you want to fully enjoy that relationship, you must be able to open yourself up. And this one that you say you only prefer long distance relationship because you're afraid to actually give. You see, it's like having a clenched fist. If your hand is closed and you refuse to open it, you cannot receive. You want the benefits of relationship without the risk. But a relationship is risk. You don't know how it's going to work, but you trust that it works, that you have faith that that person has your back and you have that person's back. So, Divine, if you're out there and you're listening, you have to learn to trust someone. You have to let someone into your heart. Now, I can't give you 100% guarantee that that person won't hurt you or break your heart, but that's the gamble. That's the beauty of it. And that's what love is all about. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program, my brother.
Okay. My name is Dennis.
Dennis, welcome to the program, my brother.
Okay, I'm calling from Wuse.
Dennis from Wuse. How's Wuse this morning?
It's okay.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Talk to me, Dennis. What can I do for you?
Okay. Is there any, for instance, you have someone you feel like you love.
Mm-hmm.
Over 5 years, over 5 years or 6 years, you have been talking on that person and she's still rejecting you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think should be the solution?
Dennis, if you love somebody, you feel you love somebody, you've expressed yourself to that person and that person doesn't feel the same way about you, Dennis, sometimes you have to just let go. Maybe that person is just not meant for you, or it takes, you can't make that person see what you see. You can't make that person feel what you feel. If you ask someone out, that person turns you down, you let that person be, you move on. Maybe there's someone else out there for you who will also see who will see you and appreciate you for who you are. Or maybe you give that person space, and maybe in time, that person might actually come back around and see what they maybe feel, whatever feelings is there. But if you've been with this person 5 years, you've been asking this person out continuously, and this person has been rejecting you, Dennis, maybe that relationship is just not meant for you. Maybe that relationship is just not meant to be. Maybe that person doesn't feel the same way about you. And you don't want a situation where you know that this person, you've been asking this person out, this person has been turning you down, and then all of a sudden the person now this feels, out of pity, let me go out with you. Or out of pity, let me just, you've been asking me out, let me just, you don't want that. You want that person to love you as much as you love them. If you're asking them out and they don't feel the same way and they've been rejecting you, perhaps, you take the hint and just move on. There's somebody out there who will love you and you will love that person. You can't just stay in one place. You can't hang on. If that feeling hasn't changed in 5 years, it may not change in 10, 20 years. Okay, Dennis?
Okay.
All right, Dennis. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best, okay?
All right.
All right, then. Thank you. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and the number to call still remains 081 8999 1011. I'll take it again. 081 8999 1011. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
This is Theophilus calling from Maraba.
Theophilus calling from where?
Maraba.
How's Maraba this morning, my brother?
Maraba is cool.
Fantastic. Talk to me, my brother. What can I do for you?
There is something bothering me.
Okay.
There is this guy I met like 2 months back.
Mm-hmm.
So since we met, we both love each other, but it's something I discovered from her. Which is taking me backward where she drugs. We both love each other.
She does. What does she do? What does she do to you?
She drugs.
Okay.
She's a perfect lover, but that's what I don't like from her. So
okay.
Anytime I talk to her about that, we start having issues.
Okay.
Right now, more than 1 week now, I haven't speak just because of that.
Okay.
So I don't know how to carry on with that.
All right. When you speak to her about this thing, when you speak to her about it, when you tell her how you feel, how do you do it? Do you do it as a friend? Do you do it as a lover, or do you do it like a parent or a father? You tell her, don't do this, or how do you speak to her about it?
I speak to her because when I normally speak to her, I don't mind if the relationship would end up that moment, but she continue. She will apologize, but the next thing she'll still carry on with her normal life.
You see, sometimes it's actually very hard to change people especially if it's in their nature or it is who they are. Now, especially if it comes, let's say, what did you say? What exactly is it that she does? Let me get that from you, my brother.
She takes drugs.
Oh, she takes drugs. You see, something like a drug addiction. Drug addiction is something very hard to break, and it's not something that you use your own mouth and you tell them and they'll say, okay, I stop. The person must want to change from themselves. The change must come from inside. It's like if somebody is a drug addict, the first step of actually conquering that is that person realizing and accepting, you know what, I'm a drug addict and I have a problem. And I must change. You cannot make that change for that person. That person must make that change for themselves. Now, I know the reason why you bring this thing up is because you love this person and you want her to change for the better. And so you bring it up and try and change her. But the truth is, she will not change unless she herself is willing to change. Unless she herself is willing to make that commitment. It must come from her. So unfortunately, there's nothing you're going to say or do. Even if you like, you can beat her, you can chain her up, you can do whatever extreme it comes through. But if that change does not come from her, from within, there's nothing much you can do. All you can do in this situation right now is offer her the best kind of counseling you can. In fact, you might even just sit her down and tell her, look, I love you, but this intake of drug is self-destructive, not just to you but to me as well, and I cannot stay with you in this kind of condition unless you are willing to change. Because no matter what you say, and she'll tell you, no matter what she tells you, I'm out of it, I'm sorry, she has to make that effort on her own. She must make that commitment and decision to decide, you know what, I want to change this in myself. So this battle, it's not you, it is for her to start. All you can do is offer your support. So if this is something that you know in your heart of hearts you cannot live with, you might have to give her an ultimatum. Look, I love you so much and I want to move forward with you, but this thing is something that I cannot be a part of. If you're willing, if you need help, you want to change, I will be here to help in that. But I will not support it and I will not live with it. So in the end, it might just come down to her making that choice. And if she makes that choice to let go of this thing, you can be there as in support. But do not encourage her in taking drugs, because drugs are bad. Drugs are, let her know. You're coming from a safe place. You're coming from a place of love. And the only reason you're doing this is because you love her and you're looking for something more, a future. And if it's something that she herself is not willing to face or let go of, I think you may have to just walk away from that relationship. It is the only, you may just have to walk away from it, my brother. All right. Thank you so much. All right. I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, then. Take care, my brother. 080-081-8999-1011. That's the number to call tonight on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And of course, this is Heartbeat. Hello, good morning. Looks like we lost that call. Yes, my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And tonight we'll be talking about when you break up. And I want to ask you out there, what do you think? What is the healthy or happy way to towards taking care of a breakup, what is the first thing one should do? One of the things we mentioned tonight is actually taking that time to heal before stepping into a new relationship. Hello, good morning.
Hello, big bro.
Hello, morning, bro.
Raymond calling.
Raymond, welcome back.
Yeah. So I want to chip in on that guy's case.
All right.
The last guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to normal drugs, drugs are very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
If that guy is listening, if his girlfriend is a codeine type, Arochi, or codeine, Rochi, cigar, weed,
Okay.
and which I mean, you go weed, normal weed, you know. It's very, very hard for a lady like that to just come to you as a guy that is not taking all those kind of stuff. Now, this is how it goes. I'm telling you in experience. Yeah? That guy should just. I think there's no two ways because there's no how that guy can stop that lady from doing all those things. But there's only one way you will tell the lady. Just ask the lady. That guy should just ask the lady, hey, babe, calm down. You love me? You will listen to what the babe will reply. Okay, fine. If you love me, fine. This is what I want for you. I want the best for you. I want us to be one, and I love you, and I intend marrying you. But with this habit of you drinking, or maybe popping, taking all those stuff, it would help. Even telling her this, bro, it just seems like somebody is just talking. Let me not. The babe will just feel like, I don't be like I don't listen.
Yes.
She's not hearing, bro. It's something that is addictive. She will have to make desire for herself. Just
Yes, exactly.
If we did not have, within her, she didn't make that decision that I want to pick.
Exactly.
Bro,
There's nothing that guy can do. Exactly. The same thing. Yeah.
Even the higher prophet in this Nigeria will not kill that lady. Rather that lady will just lose on her own. She will just feel like, after all, we are in free life.
Exactly.
So, bro, that guy, please, if that guy is not in that class, like popping class, like just Adi, bro, there's a little advice I will have to give that guy. Just let that guy walk away. Just walk away of the relationship.
Yes.
That is the only advice I have for that guy. But there's nothing on this show because she has friends. That lady, she has friends, both male, female, even though that guy is not around. Probably the guy might go to work.
Yes.
They will be around. One or two calls might come. Hey, babe, what happened? Where you did? Come to some place now. And the guy might not know. And it's a kind of like this drug you're saying, kind of like very, very useless stuff.
Yes, it is.
Anytime you are taking it, this to whoever is calling you, that person on his own.
Yes.
Is on his own, as in you are not in my class. We call it science student on the normal ground, on the lab.
Yes.
So, bro, that guy should just walk away in that relationship. He really, really made enough for the girl because this is kind of like a life when it comes to drugs, bro.
Exactly.
I'm still listening, bro.
Yeah.
Let me not take much of the time.
All right, Raymond. Thank you so much for that.
I'm still here.
All right, then. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Heartbeat on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And of course, my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Julius.
Julius, welcome to the program. Where's Julius calling me from?
I'm calling you from Atama.
Julius from Maitama. How's Maitama this morning, my brother?
We are cool.
Fantastic. Talk to me, Julius.
Hi, I really enjoy your program.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, there's something that I want to share with you.
Please go ahead.
Okay. There's this girl of mine. We're in love complete 7 years now.
Wow. Okay.
And there's something that I confuse about her. Because since we're in the relationship, to say the fact, it is a distant relationship.
Okay.
I'm living at Abuja and she's in Benue State right now.
Okay.
So sometimes she will call me that she's missing me and I should come and visit her. Then I will make a possible arrangement to go and see her. if I go there, in fact, I will not even understand her because I know that, to say the fact, through all these 7 years, we just have sex for once. If I start, she will say no, she's not interested. That is not her problem. It's not because through sex that she will prove that she loves me, all those kind of things. So I'm confused. I don't know whether she loves me or it's not. Because I thought that hadn't been she loved me, she would have been at least once in a while we have sex. Because for 7 years, not easy.
It's not. It's not.
Even if I'm together with her, she will not even allow me to play and touch her because she knows that I'm a lover. But if I play with her, I will surely win her. So she will not allow me to play with her.
Okay.
We can sit down, joke and crack joke and talk like no matter to play. It's a major problem.
Okay.
So I'm really confused.
Well, Julius, one, it's let me ask, is she a, let me, for lack of a better word, is she a sexual person by nature? Is she somebody that's more, physical in expressing themselves? Because like you said, you, of course, you're a man, and of course, you are, like you said, like a lover boy, let me use your words. So is she in turn also a very sexually expressive person? Or maybe, how there's some people that are just not into sex as other people are. In your opinion, you've known her for 7 years, even though you've only been together once in that 7 years. How would you describe her? Is she a sexual person by nature? I mean, when you talk, yes, she misses you, but is it that she just misses your company, or she's missing you physically? How would you describe that?
It's physically.
She's visiting you physically, as in she wants.
Yes.
When you talk, she says she wants to be with you. She wants to kiss you, hug you, hold you, that kind of a thing.
Yes, all those kind of things she will do, but to have sex is a problem.
Okay. Now, have you actually had a conversation with her about this? Like, okay, when we, let me understand where you're coming from, because like you said, she said sex for her is not, some women don't view sex as an important part of a relationship, but it is, whether we want to admit it or not. Sex is an important part of a relationship, whether you're getting it, whether you're not getting it, whether it's a part of your dynamic, whether it's something you decide that you want to keep aside. It's something that you should have a conversation with about, especially for the fact that the two of you have been in a relationship for 7 years. Even though you live in Abuja and she lives in Benue State, I mean, it's not too far. I think Benue is about 2.5, 3 hours away from Abuja. Is something that if you make arrangements for, you can see each other more frequently. If she really is into you or she really wants to be with you, she can also make an arrangement to that. But it just sounds like she's not somebody that's really into the physicality of it, or even that emotional connection that sex provides. Maybe that's not where she thrives on. A lot of, they say men are more sexual driven creatures and women are more emotional driven creatures. Men are attracted by what we see more than what we hear. Women are attracted more by what they hear before what they see. Now, it may be that, yes, she is emotional, she likes to talk, maybe that's the attraction, but the physical part, the physical nature of sex is not in her nature. Now, what I would suggest to you is having a direct conversation. Straight up. Don't hide it. Be plain. Be raw. This is what I want. This is what I like. What about you? What do you want? What do you like? Let us define this relationship. Yes, even though it's long distance, let's define it. If it's that sex is not on the table, maybe, some people want only sex when they get married. Some people are not so into sex. But know where you stand, because it sounds like you're more of a physical person. You do like the intimacy of sex. You do like having sex, and you want to have it with, of course, it's most enjoyable when you're doing it with someone that you really love and care about. Why not get to the bottom of it? Have that conversation with her, see where it goes. Then you can get a clearer picture of how your relationship is moving with this person. Whether it is you just want to continue the long distance thing and just be talking and just, without any kind of sex on the table, or maybe there is sex on the table. It's something that both of you have sat down, talked about, and understand with one another.
Yes, really, I sat her down for several times. I asked her about it, and she told me that the love she has on me is beyond sex. To say the fact, if she said that she will be having sex with me regularly, that love will depart. That is the problem.
So is it that okay? Then let me understand this, because is it that she doesn't want a relationship in terms of, let's say, a relationship that you're dating, or is it that she sees you as a brother and so therefore she doesn't see sex on the table? Because if she's seeing you as a brother sister kind of relationship, then you expecting sex from it is not it's not an option. But if she sees you as a boyfriend and or potential future partner, sex is an important part of that relationship. I think you need to define exactly what it is and where it is you guys are going with the relationship. Because if it's that you see her as your girlfriend and she sees you as your boyfriend, and for you sex is important, for her sex isn't important, that's a huge divide already in your relationship. If she sees you that, oh, it's even if it's we're going to get married, or she sees you as a future potential partner and you see her as a future potential partner, sex still will come into the fore. You see, even in a marriage, the two most important things that people fight over is money and sex. And so you see how important it is. It is a very important aspect. So if it's something that you expect from her and it's something that she doesn't expect from you, clearly the two of you are speaking two different, very different languages. And you might have to just, shelve that relationship.
You can see this is not the hidden relationship. We even did the family introduction. Both the families are aware. Everybody is aware.
So, do you plan on marrying this person?
Yes.
Does she plan on marrying you?
Yes.
Then you see what we're talking about. Are you going to be in a marriage where you're not going to have sex? Or are you going to be you see how important it is. My brother, sex is, many people tend to push it aside, and definitely we're going to have a program based on just talking about sex. It may seem raw, but the truth is it is a very, very important part of any romantic relationship. Because if there is no chemistry, if there's no chemistry in, or physical or sexual attraction, it's going to be hard to continue or push forward, especially if these are the feelings and desires you want to express. Now, you have to know this. If your families have done introduction and you want to marry this person wants to marry you, there must be that mutual attraction. There also has to be that sexual tension between the two of you. And if it's not there, you have there's a serious divide. You need to go back and have this conversation with her, because I'm not saying you must have sex right now. I'm not saying it's something you must do. It may be something you both of you decide, we want to hold off till we get married, or it's something that we're not too into. But at some point in time, especially if it comes to marriage, you must procreate. Procreation comes through sex, and sex is an enjoyment. It is a part of a relationship. I'm not saying it's the most important part, but it is a vital part. It's something that you must have. You must establish or understand where both of you are coming from on it. And if you don't feel sexually satisfied, you must let your partner know, because you can't have that kind of tension in your relationship and you keep feeling like this and you're not moving forward. It's just going to creep in. It's something the two of you need to sit down and, okay, look, let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about it. How do you feel about it? How does it make you feel? Iron it out. It's very important. It's actually very, very important, my brother.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. I wish you all the best, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Take care, okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the time is 12:53. We have just about 7 more minutes, but I think we have enough time to take about maybe 1 or 2 more calls. So who's going to call in? Who will be my lucky last caller for the day? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is John, calling from Kuchingoro.
John from Kuchingoro. How's Kuchingoro this morning, my brother?
Yeah, Kuchingoro is fine.
Fantastic, bro. I'm good. Talk to me. How can I help you?
Yeah, let me start from the last caller first. Yeah, the guy that just called me. So I was one in a relationship like that before.
Yes.
the way the girl takes it is not the way the guy takes it. The girl takes the guy as a normal friend.
Yes.
Although the girl is still contemplating of whether to get married to the guy or not. But the guy, just because the guy don't understand the girl. Yeah, the girl is saying, let's say, I will give you a trial.
Yes.
No matter that they lasted even 7 years or 10 years. It happened like that in a relationship. There are some relationships, yeah, they will be dating, but that kind of a dating is different.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's like, normal friend. They just let the guys forget about that. They have made introduction to the family or any other thing. Yeah, it happened like that. I was one in a victim to them for like 5 years. I was dating a girl. To the extent that everywhere I go, they call her my wife.
Yes.
But, and the girl couldn't open up to me until once or two times when I approached her on the issue of sex. She now told me that the way we are, once you give out to me first one, that deeply love will not be there. I said, how? From the day I was thinking that maybe it's a real love that the girl has towards me.
Yes.
When I asked of the first, like 3 to 4 times, before she opened up to me that she takes me like an elder brother to her, in which whenever I have some issue, I can advise her.
Yes.
That the way we are not people that are supposed to see each other's nakedness. Because one will see each other's nakedness. If she see me tomorrow, they will be the way she will feel. That maybe I have seen her nakedness. So it happened like that. The guy should never take the girl like that.
Okay.
The girl has a plan. Yeah, the girl has a different plan. In which the girl don't know. And I can assure the guy where the girl is, have someone that is satisfying her.
Yes.
That's the truth. Not
True.
that she don't like it. She likes it.
Of course.
But he loved the guy, yeah. But the kind of love that he loved the guy is not in that aspect.
Okay.
Yes, so if the guy is a guy man, we call it nowadays a guy man. A guy to make use of his head. For someone that will satisfy with one. Sex is common.
Yes.
In relationship. You will date someone for like 7 years, don't like to give you sex. That would take, the girl loves the guy. But he's dating the guy in terms of maybe the guy is from a family that either the girl is more richer than the guy, then the girl likes the guy. Let them be together in terms of any other thing. So that's how that happens. It's why I call it, I've been dating a girl.
Okay.
For like, this is a year plus.
Yes.
To be frankly speaking, the girl behaved more mature than I. Because there was a time that I got her pregnant.
Yes.
The first one, I'm the one that moved the emotion of having the abortion. So the second one, when it happened, I don't know that the girl was person to see him, to know the kind of person that I am. So when she was telling me that she's pregnant, that pregnant was almost 10 months. So I said, okay, for that reason, let us leave the baby.
Yes.
The girl now said, no. If we want to leave the baby, I should go and say her that I'm not ready for that. So in my own mind, I was scared that the girl would pass aside to do the abortion. I said, okay, I would take the information to her mom.
Yes.
Let her mom know that my daughter is pregnant for me. The girl said that I should don't do that. I should don't do that because we don't want anybody to know that she's pregnant or she's pregnant. So from that point, we started fighting. Which I moved foolishly to go and announce the thing to her mom. So by announcing the thing, the mom said that her daughter is not pregnant. So I, to prove it, I said, let them go so that we go to hospital. Because I am the one that put things there. I said there are things there. The mom said there is nothing. So the girl was in a normal sense, she's just my child.
Yes.
So he didn't say any word, even though when I was accusing her mother. So they said that if for like 4 days, we are still fighting on that issue. Until the day that, because the issue engaged police. When police say, okay, tomorrow we'll go for test.
Yes.
The girl now pass aside today to go and across the baby. But that one couldn't stop there. We gave ourselves break like 3 months. Seriously, I lost the girl. So managing, she accepted me back. So today when I called her, I said, can she give me the list of how to do the production in their place? In which she told me. But the way I'm seeing, I don't know if they get still love me or she don't. I'm just confused.
Okay.
Yes, so therefore I called for an advice.
But she gave you the list. She told you, asked her, and she gave you the list. Now, what? How? I mean, if she's giving you the list for you to know, doesn't it sort of suggest to you that she's actually interested? Or what conversation? I mean, before you even ask for that list, have you actually asked her whether, have you like bought an engagement ring or asked her, will she marry you?
No, when we were in the normal terms, she said that she will marry me. But now, where after this problem happens, anything that I say, she will just be answering.
Then why not have a conversation with her about it instead of just saying, okay, these are my plans? Why not ask her, what are your plans? Bring it up. Okay, I know we went through issues, and I know I wasn't ready then. I'm ready now. What is your opinion? What do you feel? Do you still love me enough? Do you want to marry me? Why not do that face to face instead of calling her on the phone? Why not sit her down, look her in the face, and ask her?
Sir, you understand? Before when we were in this in a week, she must come to my place either 3 or 4 times.
Of course.
And she will spend the night. But once this thing happened, hardly before me to see her in 3 weeks.
Of course, you have to understand where she's coming from. She's upset with you. That is true. Like you said, you admitted that you made a mistake. You met her mom, and you forced her hand into doing something maybe she didn't want to do at that point in time, or the situation changed. Of course, time has passed. You said 3 months, and now the relationship is not the same. It's like squeezing a paper.
Yes.
So before you go forward, that's what I'm saying. You need to talk to her. Maybe you have a one-on-one conversation with her instead of asking on the phone. Okay, look, go send me your list. You know how women are. Like if you don't show that seriousness or move forward properly, she'll just take you, look at this guy, he has come again with this one. That kind of a deal. So why not sit down with her, talk with her one-on-one? Okay, this is where I'm coming from. This is what I understand, what has happened, and there's history between us, and I love you, and I want to make this commitment with you. Are you still in with me? Do you still, because marriage is a lifetime commitment. This is something that you don't want to spend the rest of your life feeling miserable, or the person is not happy and you're not happy. Then that was what leads to a broken marriage, or you feel you're obligated. Why not talk to her? Take this time now, because before you make this next step, sit down with her and actually talk to her. Know how she feels. Does she still feel the same way about you? Because of course the relationship has changed, the love has reduced, and marriage is sickness and in health. Where there's love and there's no love, is commitment, is contract. It is a lifelong commitment. You have to make sure that this commitment you're making to this person is legitimate, and this person feels the same way and feels the same commitment that to you as you feel to them. It's something you really need to sit down with her and talk it over with one-on-one before you actually make a step. Okay?
All right. Once this happened, to be frankly speaking, the issue happened on February.
Yes.
From February up to today, it's just 1 day that she spent the night with me.
My brother.
when I tried to find out something with one of her friends that they are working together, a friend, they say, yeah, guys normally rush her because it's but the way I see things, according to, she said that what I did, she will punish me. So my own punishment is that maybe she wants to, after playing me, then at the end, she now tell me the kind of plan that she has.
That's why I'm saying you're afraid because you know that you did something wrong and you feel like now maybe she's trying to punish you. But then this marriage is serious talk. That's why you need to talk to her, know where her head is at, or know where she stands with you now. Because it's not about that's what I'm saying. Go and meet up with her, sit down with her. Even if it means you have to buy a wedding ring and kneel down and propose, do that. But that's a sign of your commitment. But then it goes beyond, because what has happened, you have to understand, like you admitted, it was a huge betrayal. She felt betrayed by you. When you went to her mother and the whole thing dragged police and all that, it's a huge betrayal. Now, women, honestly, they say hell hath no fury than a woman scorned. You don't want to be with an angry woman. You don't want to marry an angry woman. Oh, we lost that call. You don't want to be with an angry woman, my brother. You must find out where it is and know if she isn't happy, make that commitment, make that decision, go forward. And if it means you let go and let her be and move on. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of tonight's programming. I want to thank everybody who listened, who participated, who called in, who shared their views and opinions. Thank you so much for your calls, your thoughts. I want to thank our production crew, person of Mr. Monday and Mr. Dan and his team in the IT department for streaming us live and making me look this good. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, you can check out our programming. Anything that you've heard or seen, you can go to our social media pages on either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Periscope, YouTube. You name it, we're on it. Just like, subscribe, share with your friends, of course, and go back. You can watch a previous program from a previous week or previous day. Any of our programmings, we stream all our programs live 24/7 here on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Download the app, our app from the App Store, Google Play, either the Google Play Store or the iOS Store. Download our app and listen to us anywhere you are on the surface of the earth. Of course, my name is Buchi. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And this has been Heartbeat. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same station. But before we go, always remember one thing, one very important thing. There is only one thing in this life, one very important and finite thing in this life, and that is to love and be loved. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.